Yo, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Cash back in the building.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Basically, in today's video, we got Max basically leaving Faze, and the rest of the Faze members have left. I don't understand this situation now. Now, look, Faze has been around since like 2010. Why now are all the members leaving Faze Clan? It's kind of crazy because Faze is like one of those teams where you like, oh, Faze, you know, they don't do nothing wrong. They just a big team. They all happy and stuff like that. But for some reason, everybody is leaving now, and some people are saying that Faze Banks has a lot to do with it. We're gonna go ahead and get into this video. If y'all on YouTube, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get 100 likes and 100 subscribers. Let's go.
Control, or it's like we're puppets. At least that's what it felt like. Anything could happen at any moment.
They tried to make that pay 20 bands a month. What the? Making him look like this ego monster. Don't know the truth, bro.
I find you guys all to be incredibly ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos, and I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach. And I'm here to tell you, as former Faze Banks, this was one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life.
One of the worst decisions you could have made in your life? That is so...
No, facts, okay? You feel me? Faze is a team, bro, since 2010, like I said before. Why is all their members leaving, dog? Adapt been in there since like, what, 2014? You feel me? Why is he leaving, bro? This got to be a problem with Faze.
interesting. While last year seemed to be year of the Faze, this year has not gone so well. It all kind of kicked off with PlaqueBoyMax announcing his departure from the group, and ever since then, things have kind of been spiraling. And just yesterday, at least this commentary channel got one of the greatest gifts that could have possibly happened. Pretty much every single creator that was affiliated with Faze put out a tweet saying, left Faze Clan. I'm talking about Silky, Ron, Jason, Lacey, Adapt.
Him, bodies.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, if y'all talking about a business falling off in one day, this is an example of it, bro. Either they gotta fix some shit to get their members back, or Faze gotta take accountability for real, man. I don't know what they gonna do about this situation. I don't know if they gonna recruit more people. Okay, like Faze has lost all their OG members and everything, bro.
Bodies.
Faze lost seemingly most of their current roster, and we've got to talk about it on this momentous day. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Us unemployed got to stick together, and it would be greatly appreciated. Now, back into the celebration. Now, Faze isn't new to doing any sorts of different promotions, so when all of the Faze members came out and said left at Faze Clan simultaneously, it kind of didn't surprise anybody. People thought that it was just another one of their, you know, subathons, marathons being promoted for what's to come. But some of us that follow the Twitter communities saw that, hey, there was a house up for sale. There were people being seen in different locations. There was a little bit of a breadcrumbing that had happened over the past couple of days that makes this moment in time make so much more sense.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, like if y'all been following Faze and what they been having going on, y'all know they all moved to like what, LA, and to live in a house, bro, and they had to pay rent, right? And I guess rent was so expensive, but now if that house is on sale, y'all, this is looking real bad. Okay, you feel me? When a group of people try to move into a house together, it usually, you know, ends up well, man. They end up blowing up even more. You feel me? They happy living with each other. They get to make more content, but now they're selling the house. This is extreme.
And to get the ball rolling even further away from the conversation about this being any sorts of promo, PlaqueBoyMax's legitimate cousin, Fatboy Dip, came to the internet.
Okay, y'all know this is Max's cousin, okay? So as y'all know, Max can't say nothing about this situation because y'all know he signed that contract. Don't ever sign a 360 deal, y'all. It's getting real out here. Now, look, Max's cousin can say whatever you want to as long as Max don't say he good, okay? I'm pretty sure they got like I'm pretty sure Max can't say nothing, and I know it's in the contract, man.
Internet and started to spill some tea that was so hot I had to blow it off 50,000 times and still get burned when I drank it.
Gang, you see that little townhouse that Max was in? They tried to make that pay 20 bands a month. What the?
Whoa.
Or give a percentage of myself. What the?
Yo. Hello?
But Max is such a good. He just, yo, bro, I just want to. And now he's like, Max, look crazy, look like egoed out. No, that's not cool though. Like taking on the chin, making him look like this ego monster. don't know the truth, bro.
Now, up to that point, it was unverified what was going on, but what reason would PlaqueBoyMax's cousin have to lie about situations that happened? People forget when Max left, he was seen as like the black sheep in this situation. He was painted out to be the bad guy. He was the villain in all these things. And my ears were percolating because my pot has been stewing. This perpetual stew has been going.
I ain't gonna lie, when Max left Faze Clan, I was like, something wrong with Faze, man. Even back in the day when Faze recruited his first black member, and he left like in like 6 months, they kicked him out the clan, bro. I'm like, what the fuck going on? You feel me? But now I understand that it wasn't just that the guy that got recruited a long time ago. It was actually Faze Clan.
On for about a year now, but I had to wait. Now, on top of just about every single Faze member saying that they had left Faze, the Faze account themselves also unfollowed every single member. And everybody started pointing their fingers again at Faze Banks saying, what did he do this time? But he quickly reminded us that, hey, I have nothing to do with Faze. What's going on right now? I left 4 months ago. It's unfortunate to see what's going on. Everybody the best, blase, blase, blah. You know, getting out in front of it just like any sort of PR person would do.
Bro, I don't understand Faze right now. Everybody left, but they all attached to Faze, man. These contracts that they signed was ruthless, okay? They can't get out of them.
This seemingly triggered PlaqueBoyMax though, because what happens next seems to be a total scorched earth moment that wasn't intercepted by anybody. So we are very much inclined to believe that what he says about why he left Faze and the things that happened between him, some of the management, the senior leadership, and the group as a whole, it's jarring, it's damning.
But we had a sponsor for that day, and niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. Game night. Yes, if he was there, he was there. Niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, because I'm not gonna lie, I just really don't remember. But they said that Faze has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. This is the first time where in my head I went, okay, so how much control do we have here?
Wow.
And how much control do niggas have over us?
Yeah. It's a very valid question. PlaqueBoyMax goes on to allude to the fact that he and the other members of Faze that signed on to the organization didn't have as much control as he once thought they did. You see, on a live stream about a year ago, I remember one Faze Banks saying to me specifically that, hey, you know, we just really rock with these guys. We support these guys. We're just behind them. And, you know, we want to get behind their creative endeavors. Very much making it seem as though...
No, it looks like right now Faze Clan is turning into like a talent agency, man. You feel me? Recruiting people. You feel me? Like almost like Disney Channel, bro. Nobody want to be on Disney Channel, man. Chat. Like, what y'all sign to deal with Faze if y'all thought it was like Disney Channel, dog?
You know, he was just fully supportive, no strings attached. But as Max is detailing and outlining here that is not the case. He goes on to highlight different times in which the organization decided to flex their muscle and their power. One time in particular in which they kicked Lacey out of the group.
Y'all remember when Lacey got kicked from Faze? He really got kicked from Faze. He got kicked from Faze because according to the assistants and the staff and the cameramen, they said that he had missed a video shoot or something, and we were missing video shoots. And so he actually got kicked from Faze. Granted, he was allowed back in a couple, later, because niggas all had combos, but yes, he got kicked from Faze.
He then goes on to seemingly verify what his cousin said in his stream about him having to pay a certain percentage of his earnings / pay $20K a month in order to rent out some.
Now, I understand. I understand Faze is a big company, but of course they're going to take a percentage of your money, but like, dog, $20K plus a percentage, dog. That's a ripoff. Facts.
Some sort of townhouse in the back. And he also hints that the other members are caught up in some sort of drama or ordeal, but ultimately he and themselves signed these contracts that had them connected to the Faze name and the Faze brand. I think we're seeing a lot of content creators in 2025, specifically from the streaming side, signed to these organizations, signed to these production companies, signed to these management firms that ultimately take control of who they are and what they do, which is completely contradictory to the whole reason why a lot of these content creators hopped into into the streaming space in general. Hey, this is not traditional media, but I still want to be in the media space. I want to have control over what I do. Now, kind of as a hindsight 2020 and a forewarning for people coming up after them, these people aren't just going to throw bags at you just to throw bags at you. There's going to have to be something attached to it. No matter what a 40-year-old says on a live stream, they're not just going to put you in a mansion, pipe you up, give you all these lit aspirations and fulfill all your creative dreams without anything being attached to it at all. No. That's not how that works. And I do think it was interesting that when I had that sit down that Max kind of wasn't as vocal as, you know, some of the others, but we'll get back to that at a different time. Ultimately, Max felt like he was shafted in a lot of regards by Faze, blindsided.
I mean, Max had his own little thing going on with the 5-star, you feel me? I feel like, I know Max wanted to expand a little bit, but I feel like Max didn't need Faze, you feel me? I know it helped him grow a little more, but Max really didn't need Faze, man. He could have just collabed with some of the Faze members.
By the organization, not the members. But because he likes to talk so much and not have his name slung through the dirt, it was about time that Faze Banks spoke out about the situation. And boy, he seemingly turned his back on everybody.
I just watched some clips from this PlaqueBoyMax stream where he's playing a laugh track over my tweet. And it's like, Max, I know we've had like our individual differences, and I know I haven't really seen eye to eye with a lot of the talent because truthfully and honestly, I find you guys all to be incredibly ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos. And I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach that your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer and your community included is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actors on planet Earth, and you've made a complete career out of all of it. Max, these are your boys, but these are the same guys that said they fucking hated your guts after you left. And you know, you're the program and you have an ego the size, you think you're Travis Scott and this and that, and also like Max.
Wait, what is bro talking about? Now look, bro, I ain't gonna lie, all right? If everybody follow Max this time, y'all, that mean they, you know, these ain't no little kids no more. These members ain't little kids no more, man. They grown men. They not playing Call of Duty no more. They grown men. So they woke up. You feel me? They know what's good for them. They know what's best for them, man.
Multiple conversations about how Ron's content's cringe and you guys didn't fuck with the dap. None of you guys fucked with Lacey or Jason in the beginning. You guys didn't want these guys to live anywhere near you. You barely wanted to share a brand with them. But Faze was gonna fund a Miami house for you, Rage, Silky, and Kason. So fuck it.
Wait a minute.
What we can get. And then it all worked. And we forced this relationship.
Hold on now. If I recall, that is not what was told to me. Now, I'm gonna stop being petty here because I picked up a lot of audience that doesn't know necessarily the saga. But last year, I made a video speaking about Faze. And in that video, I outlined a couple of things that struck a nerve between a couple of the members, specifically Stable Ron and Lacey. Now, that night, or maybe the next one, I was invited to be on a live stream with Stable Ron so we can go through that conversation and discourse. And I thought that we had a pretty good conversation for what it's worth. We both came in there with some misunderstandings about each other. We came to some conclusions and agreements. And even when Lacey popped in, it was ultimately a productive conversation for what it was worth. I think we all left with better understandings of what was going on, who we were, gained perspective and insight about each other. And I thought that it was a very mature conversation. There was even a couple of times where Ron would tell his community, yo, like I'm actually trying to like understand here. So, you know, stop getting on his dick about doing stuff, et cetera, et cetera. So kudos to those guys. But the tides turned specifically when Faze Banks stepped into the conversation and took it totally left. And in that conversation, he said things that kind of contradict what's being said today. Now, from a business perspective, I totally get it, gang. You funded a lot of the projects, and it would seem very ungrateful of these people who you've funded to be, you know, so ungrateful afterwards, not appreciative, whatever the case may be. But that didn't really address what PlaqueBoyMax kind of just said there. And you saying that they threw each other under the bus, they didn't like each other in the beginning, this, that, and the third, albeit a reiteration and maybe an exaggeration of conversations had previously, that's a complete contradiction as to what you said. Plus, if you ask some people that were very close to Faze during this time, that doesn't match up what's being done in real time. But we'll get into that in 2 seconds.
I don't know, man. I failed miserably. It's not the first L that I'm taking in my life. It's not the first time I've failed. But yeah, I wish that.
No, you failed horribly, bro. Bro, you lost all your members, dog. Can't lose all your members.
In a weird way, I do wish that I fucking was closer to the fold the last 4 or 5 months. I don't think that this all would have happened this way.
Is it time to victory lap this yet? No, not yet. We'll save that for later on tonight. Banks goes on for another 12 minutes talking about, you know, how Twitter comms are negative, how these kids only care about their viewers and they'll do anything for them. They'll believe whatever they say, etc., etc. And in a follow-up to the video that he posted, he put out a tweet saying, these guys had free housing, free filmers and staff, all Faze channels, 0% income shared. Their money and platforms all skyrocketed after meeting me, but I'm the bad guy. None of it makes sense. And like I said above, I'm going to get into all the details tomorrow. Now, as we wait for that glorious live stream to happen, the only thing that we have to really listen to are people from the Faze clan that were a part of this situation, and we have people that were close to them. During my research for this video, I found a tweet that Stable Ronaldo liked saying that, I cannot believe this is a grown man I'm listening to speak right now. No accountability, victimizing himself and throwing the boys under the bus, saying fake relationships and secretly hating BS. And that in-depth shit dead pissed me off. That's from a fan, but liked by Stable Ronaldo, I don't know. Another like tweet by Ron stated that being 34 years old and not taking accountability for ruining your business 2 times now is insane. This motherfucker always blaming
Bro, they was just getting good though. I feel like Faze Clan was just back at a nice spot. You feel me? I just feel like they had a lot of momentum going on. Now that this situation, I just feel like the business is over with, y'all. You feel me? Let me know how y'all feel about this video in the comment section below. What do y'all think about Faze Clan? Y'all think they still gonna thrive, or y'all think the members will come back, or what? What do y'all think, man? I don't know, man. It might be over with for Faze, like I said before. But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been Cash on my Deuces.